Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here working on these scrappy fabric journals and I wanted to just give you an update. Several people have said they're crafting along with me, so that's super exciting. I love that. But what I'm doing, let's see what I've done since we sewed on the fabric inside the cover is I added pockets on each one inside the cover. So I had most of these I had already made in my stash, and I just went through my little drilling cards and things that I've already made and looked for some that I thought maybe matched the inside of the journal. So like this one, I have these two pockets right here. So I added those, and then I also added little kind of doily circles. They're not hand stitched doilies, but they're kind of like look like man-made or commercially made. I guess I should say doilies, but there's one here on this journal and one here. So that is the cover. That's where I'm at with the covers. Like I put them in different spots wherever I thought they looked cute. And here's the pockets in this one. Oh, I see some glue there. Yeah, here's the pockets in this one to match. Whoops, there's a piece of scrap. There's the pockets in this one. And let's see, this one, here's the doilies and the pockets here. Let's see, they're journaling cards and things, just things I had in my stash. This is a postcard, that let's see, this one I recovered. I think this is a vintage one that I recovered. I didn't like the front of it, so I recovered it, and then it's a journaling card, and here's the doilies on this one. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the covers. And then now I'm working on the pages. So for the pages, I picked out 10 pages from this stack of, these were traveler's notebooks that I had ordered in a subscription. And then I didn't really like them. I didn't like the way they were made, and I didn't like the way they were put together, really. I didn't like them. I just didn't like them, the way they were put together and the way they were. So what I did was they were put together with staples too. So I took all the staples out. I decided, because I've had them sitting here for, I think, a couple years now, trying to figure out what I was going to do with these traveler's notebooks. I didn't really like them because of the way they were. So I, like I said, took them apart and decided to use them as, I was thinking either journaling cards and ephemera, cut them up, or just use them like scrapbook paper. And they're kind of, I'm going to describe the paper. They're all the same papers. The cover and the pages are all the same. And they are not as thick as cardstock, but not as thin as paper. So they're, I guess I would describe them as thick paper, more like thick paper. And taken apart, I actually like them better as using them as scrapbook paper, because then I can mix and match the colors and the previous covers and things and use them however I want. So like in this one, those traveler's notebooks started with a little, always started with a cover like kind of like this, and they had a label on them. Like this one, this is how it was. I didn't cut this off or anything. This is how it came to me, like this. Just so you know, I didn't cut off the label. But I thought, I tried to pick out a cover, former cover, that maybe matched the inside, and start with the cover with the label on. I thought that would be neat to be able to open it up and have something right there to write a date or a name or something, that like a title of the book. And then so I used 10 of those. Besides the former cover, I used 10 of those papers. So that's what I did here. Like I have 10 of those papers. And then I inserted some recent stationery that I brought home. This is the cat stationery, and it had a piece like this, piece of paper, stationery, and then it had a plain piece, so you could have a 2-page letter with a decorated and a plain, but this plain one is light blue, so it matches. So I sewed 2 of those together and made pockets, put some little, finger slots there. And that is my second page, I think, in all of these. And then the other papers that I've added, which I think I'm currently working on this one, I added a page from, this is a page from and I will show it to you. This is a page from I think it said 19, was it 56 or 65? Let's see, let me get it here for you and show you. Oh, here it is. This is a child craft, and it was, I had trouble getting it apart. It's like glued and stapled with giant staples, so I'm actually cutting the pages with, I mean, I could eventually get them out, but I was just working on it for a while, and I was like, I'm just gonna use using my X-Acto knife to cut a nice straight line on the side to get the pages out. But this is 1965, is the most recent date in there. So I'm using that, and I put a page from that in each of these. I just like to, you know, I love the eclectic look of pages in a journal, so that's why I'm adding some book pages and other fun pages now too. So this is a page from another book that I made with pockets. I'm putting one of these in each one, and that is this book right here, bedtime story book. And this paper is pretty thick. I mean, look how pretty this is. I showed this in one of my thrifting videos a long time ago now. But this is, let's see, it looks like it was a birthday gift to someone, 1984. And it has all these beautiful, colorful pages in here. So I'm using some of this. It's the first time I've used it. So I'm trying to use some of my books. You know, I have all these books, so I need to use them. But they make a beautiful little page here. So I was just finishing up this one, and I thought I'd show you where I'm at. I made this with the pockets. In one of them I cut off the bottom because it just, like, it had the pictures just at the top and then just words at the bottom, so I felt okay in cutting that one off. But then when I came to these others, I couldn't really find any more. I went through the whole book and couldn't find any more with just words on the bottom, so I decided to make pockets, and so I wouldn't have to cut off the pretty colors. And I think they make it's a nice thick page, and I think it makes a nice, you know, page and with the pockets. So that one I was putting, see, that one I put there. So let's go a couple up from the pocket and put this one right here. So, and I'm going to add more pages. I just wanted to, you know, give you an update of where I'm at. So that one's done for the moment, and I couldn't decide whether I was going to make all 4 of these or just concentrate on one at a time, but I guess I'm making 4 of them. You know, I didn't set out to make 4 journals. I just set out to make one scrappy journal, and I just was, you know, was like, okay, let me use up some more of my scraps, and ended up making 4. I have more scraps, but you know, I thought 4 is enough. I don't like to work on a lot of journals at the same time. So here's this one with the pages. And let me see what I have. I have the pocket in here, and here's the pocket, you know, the bedtime story page with the pocket here. And this one, and the child craft is in here too already. So it's right, let's see. I put that one toward the center, so that's this one right here. Super cute. So that one is done for the moment. And then so I need to add it. Let's see what I've added in this one. I've got the stationery pocket here. And let's see if I put the other, I think I put the child craft in all of these already. Yeah, there's a child craft in this one. So now I need to add the other children's storybook in this one. So here's the next page I pulled out. So all I'm doing is measuring with the cover how I'm going to fold this up. Let's see. Oh, this one has words on this side, and so I'll fold it up so the picture's on the outside and not in the inside of the pocket on this one. So I just measure and fold it up, and I checked on the first one to make sure the paper wasn't going to crack or anything, and it didn't. Doesn't seem like it needs any reinforcement. It does feel old, like it feels a little old when I fold it. I don't know why. It feels like, but it's so thick it didn't crack or anything. And so I feel safe in making that pocket there. And then I'm folding it in half like this for my page, you know, pages. Let me get a little crease here. So let me fold it evenly. So we have a nice, see how cute it comes out with these pictures. And here's the inside. But I'm making my little, I always make this little triangle. I like that little access to the pocket, so I always make a little triangle down here. I'm cutting that. And then I'm just gluing these together. I sewed the little stationery pieces together, but I'm just gluing these. I could sew them, but I thought I would just glue them. Using my art glitter glue so they're nice and strong. If it would like to come out. It doesn't want to come out right now. Okay, I was just using you, but that's okay. I know you're temperamental. I know you like to be temperamental. So I'm prepared with my little pin here to get you going. Oh boy. Okay, so a little glue. I meant to put that a little farther out. Not too much, I don't want to squish out. Okay. Oops. Let me put my pin back in there. Into my temperamental art glitter glue. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, these cute little, I guess they're, what are those, little trolls or gnomes or something there on these pages. I couldn't make up my mind what pages, like they're all so cute in that bedtime story book. So what I did was on that one, I said, I'm just going to start from the beginning, and I took out the first 3 pages because I couldn't make up my mind. I had already picked out one for that, you know, like that one for the first page. It had just the words on the bottom. That one was easy. And then I couldn't find any more, so I just took out the first 3 pages. Okay, so I'm going to go a couple over on this one too. Put that one in there. See, those fit like perfectly in there. The perfect width. So that was that one. And then let's see if I did this one. Got the stationery pocket, and I don't have another page pulled out here, and I know I pulled out 3, so I must have it in here. Let me see. Oh, I need to put some envelopes in the other 2, so we can do that together. But let me see if I pulled out. Yeah, here is the, okay, this is the children's storybook in this one. This is the one that I did not make a pocket on. Oh, I see I did cut off a little picture there. Oh well. I didn't think of making the pocket until the next one, I guess. And then here is the child craft. Okay, so this one's done with all those pieces that I wanted to put in. So the other thing which I have in this one is one of these envelopes, and I'll show you the envelopes. I also have a little paper bag, which I might do a separate video on how to make a paper bag out of wrapping paper. Let's see, where is it? I thought I stuck it in here. I might have put it somewhere else. I thought I stuck it in one of these pockets, but I don't see it. Let's see, let me see if I have it sitting here. Let me see. I only have a few minutes here. Here it is. Yeah, I made this little paper bag out of wrapping paper. Isn't it cute? Vintage wrapping paper. And I thought I'd do a separate video on that because I'm not going to have time today. I just have a little time before work this morning where I'm crafting, and then I got to go get ready for work. But super cute, right? So I'm going to make one of those for each journal, but I thought I'd do that separately. But right now we can pick out some of these. We have time to pick out some envelopes, and I have one in here already. So I'm going to put this one to the side. It's right here, and I'm making it a page, so it ends up being like a fold-out page right here. And then the other side of it, when I get this sewn in, will look like this. We can have this either as a flip out or a tuck spot. I like the inside of it though, so I think I'll leave it as a little flip out like that. So I thought that was a fun way to use some of these envelopes that I recently picked up at a thrift store. So I need envelopes for these 3, or you know, what's going to end up as a flip out page. So I had gotten 2 of these little envelope books that are going to be, or are in one of my, which you might not have seen yet, a thrifty video. So if you haven't seen it yet, it will be a future video that I haven't published yet. But let's see. I could see they're all really, any of these would go. So I don't have to really kind of like try to match the colors or anything. But, and I haven't taken them all out yet. I just took them out of the covers. They were in a cover here, and I'm kind of just, am I pulling them out, or how am I doing this? Forgot how I took that first one out. This part is kind of sticky from being in the cover. Let me just pull out 3 more, because I need 3 more. And I got to cut off this end piece that was in the spine of this little book. Okay, but that way I don't mess anything up. Okay, so there's 3 of those. And I'm going to cut off this end piece here. So I'll just use my scissors here. And this can just be cut right here next to this is the envelope part. So I think I can just cut it right there. Try to cut it even with the envelope. I think that might be the best thing, and I'd have that extra piece on there. But yeah, you can put whatever papers you like in yours. I'm just working on the papers and the pages now, and then my next step will be to, I think I'm considering sewing some trim onto some of the pages, a couple of trims. So I'm going to get my trims out after this, if you're working along with me. And thank you for those of you that let me know you're working along with me. That's so fun. But yeah, if you want to add some trims next after you get your pages in, that's what I'm going to do next. So I'll look through my trims and see. I'm going to like look through them and like hold them up and see, like, do I actually want to do this? Will it go with my colors, or do I need to like just forget about the trims? You know, I got to see what I have in colors and things. So we'll see if I actually do that, because like I said, there's a lot of colors here, which gives me a lot of options for trim. But then do I have something that will match? You know, so we'll see. And yeah, we'll see about that. I'll let you know. Okay, so let's take this up to, see, I have the children's storybook, bedtime storybook there. So let's go a couple up from that and put our little envelope here, our envelope page. So there's one in that one, and I already had one in that first one we saw. And then this one, let's see, here's this, our bedtime story, and then a couple up will look just right. Oh, and this really actually kind of matches this. Let's see, let's turn it this way. And let's see, how does this go? Like this. And so we have some color there that looks nice next to that page too. All right. And this side. Those look really cute in there, I think. And it's a nice, fun, little, interesting spot, journaling spot. Here's one for this one. So let's see how this one turns out. Bedtime storybook, going up a couple pages, and here we go. Oh, it's working out. It's working out. So fun when things work out and the colors go together just by coincidence. Look at that. Doesn't that look cute? Here's the fold out. Awesome. I mean, that like really matches. And I didn't, it's just coincidence. I didn't like, you saw me pick them out. I didn't like take, 10 hours to figure out what matches what, right? And this side matches too. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Love it when stuff like that happens. So, let's see. I think I better go, because I think it's about time for me to get ready for work, but I wanted to catch you up on my pages. So I'll see what other pages I want to add in here. Like with the papers I added from the former traveler's notebooks that I had, I took apart. There's lots of writing room, all of this writing room here. They used a lot of this graph colored paper, and there's just, like this is ledger. So there's plenty of writing room already. So I don't feel like I need to add writing papers, but that's why I'm adding book pages. So I'm going to go through and just look at some of my other fun, like papers I've thrifted and book pages, and see if I want to add a few more of those, and then look for trims. And I'll come back to you with if I pick out any trims that I think will go, and we'll either glue those down. I have to see if it's trims I can sew or glue. I've tried to sew on certain pom-pom trim. I've tried to sew on before, and it depends on the pom-pom trim and how it's made. Certain of those, it seems like I need to glue them down. They just don't have enough fabric or whatever holds them together to sew on. So then I would glue them, I figured out. Because I was like, what do I do with this? I can't even get my sewing machine to, go on this little strip that's holding these pom-poms together. You know what I mean? And plus the pom-poms are in the way of your presser foot. So like, I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, well, I guess I will just glue those on. So yeah, that's where I'm at with these, and I'll get back to you with what I decide to do next, and looking at trims and more pages. So I'll be back to you later. Thanks for watching today. Happy crafting and have fun with your journals. See you next time.